Let's see. Anybody on the half track? $29 by $21 in the box Nova. The Stars and Stripes. Holy crap, that was a nice pass, but the terrible RT. I think that RT could be the stream though. Or I wasn't paying attention. I was doing some racing earlier, testing out the game off stream just to see. It seemed like it was a little better. See if we got anybody out here lurking on the half track. Got the Audi wagon. That was a weird launch. And they DQ'd. That's probably why that was a weird pass, because they just left. Can't really tell at what point they leave. I don't know if the car keeps going when you leave, or what the game does. If the car just glides down the track. What's going on, Reaper? Let's mess around with this game. Just mashing the refresh button. See if people put up races. I remember there were a couple of guys that used to put up races constantly. Trying to remember who they were. How's that 030? 21 and 37. Wait a second. How's that an 030 race when it's only 15 on the tree? Okay, and then it's what is that? I can't. I think it's because it was that they round it. It didn't add up exactly, but it was, I think it was one off or two off or something because of the rounding. And my car worked that time. There we go. I think I kind of had the shifts figured out for this. Four. Yeah. All right. So we go 1-1 with Mr. Reaper. That first one, the first gear didn't engage right, I guess you could call it. We'll see how the red lights go tonight. Looks like we didn't connect. I'm pretty sure this is the same as on my other phone, but it doesn't give the message that says bad connection or did not connect, or whatever the message is that you get when you don't connect with someone. I don't understand. He's back up there again. I don't know if he had to back out or if that was the same one up there. Seemed like there was a delay before he did his burnout. I don't know if he just that was him or if that was the game. That fourth gear was early, I think, for what I'm trying to hit. Just got the 71, not a very good tree. He got a horrible tree. Just seems like I have to live with these inconsistent trees at times, I guess, when I'm streaming. I try to hit that first one at 95, and then I kind of climb the ladder. He only got a 143 that time on the tree. It took a while to get out of that race. What's going on, Ghost? You just pick up right where you left off. 569 and what kind of javelin? See, there's people out here. They just don't put up races. He just left. I don't think he was even close on that light. 015 light. I didn't even hear his engine go right away when the tree was lit. That time I got the bad tree. He's just a lobby lurker, though. You won't see him put up a race. He just waits for someone else to do it. $172. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of 50 and 100K races, so it creeps up there. Especially when you run into a bunch of people that aren't that fast, and they just want to race for big money, hoping that they're gonna get the big payoff. 3.5 hours on the leaderboard. Yeah, you just have to jump in on big money races. What's going on, CarX? That's what I see a lot of people doing when, and they don't seem like they're new players, or they don't want member because the cars are not that fast, but they still want to race for big money. And they probably don't know that you shouldn't be jumping in on a big money race against certain cars. Like on the half track, there's only there's about, I guess maybe about 3 or 4 cars, and then the rest are kind of not quite as fast. There's about 3 that are close, and then they just kind of go down from there. Like the GT. That was a long tree. He's trying to get that YouTube tune to work, probably. At 27.5 by 18 GT. That's the tune, that's the tire size everyone's using. Doesn't always work though. That's the thing about YouTube tunes. So we got me and this guy. That guy from TTG is probably jumping in on that guy's races. Let's see, where's my GT? My GT's got 30s. This GT has such a weird launch though, because it's got to spin off the bars to be fast. We got a Ferrari out here. See bars on that? I don't see any. Nope. He does not have bars. Hopefully he'll stick around so I can look at the replay. Well, he doesn't have yellow bars, and he DQ'd, so he just left. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't have bars on the exotics. You get this. Or you don't get a very good 60. Either way. I wonder how that car does. I wonder how that car would do with a half-mile setup. I never tried that one. I haven't seen Ferraris out here, so kind of curious. Kind of curious. Let's see. Where's my Ferrari? The Ferrari probably won't have the top end though, because it only gets up to, I'm not really sure what it gets up to in that quarter. Let's see. What kind of help you looking for? How to spell Ferrari? Plus, I don't have bars on mine. Let's see if it does a wheelie. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the car that suddenly started working better. 569. They got an 847, but it only ran 242 miles an hour. But got an 847 60 foot with no bars. That's surprising. Those are better shifts. Doesn't really want to go faster than that. Probably not going to be a very good half-mile car. What do you mean? The exotics? Are those member only? I can't tell what's member only because I'm a member. Don't you have the exotics in your menu? They kind of changed how the member only cars are. They changed them to, they made people wait, and then they just changed them to I think, where you just plain can't buy them. I'm not really sure. Is that a joke, Ghost? does go wheelie fast. That one guy went wheelie fast. I didn't paint my bars on this. I don't know if I have this exact tune saved. Set up a half-mile Ferrari, because this should be a car that should do good on the half mile. But I don't think it will, because if it did, there would probably be a YouTube tune. Yeah, I never heard that one, Ghost. Are you a member or no? Can you buy all the exotics? Somebody speaking German in the chat. What's that all about? Oops. I didn't mean to click that. Yeah, then I don't know what this guy's talking about on YouTube, saying he can't buy a Ferrari. What's going on in Texas? Just want to see if I have this Ferrari tune here on my YouTube. Gotta watch my own ad. Wait, I had my... Okay, so my Ferrari was doing 246 on my YouTube tune. Yeah, see, I have my gears up to 251. But the car only does 243. What happened to the Ferrari? Let's try this thing again. They changed the sound on it, and I wonder if they nerfed it. Or they broke it. Yeah, see, it's not getting to the top end. It's only getting to 242. Okay, so the gears are the same. Let's see. It's got a 35. They buffed the Corvette. Maybe I forgot something. It probably would be faster if I put 24s on the front. But then that would probably break the whole car. Steve, 900. Well, I got hardly any delay on this thing. No cage, no bars, no chute. I want to see how they could have buffed the Ferrari when mine only goes 243 when I had the gears set to go to 251. It used to go 246. Now it only goes 243. I mean, I have it in my I have a YouTube tune for this thing up, and it was running 246 at the top end, but now it won't do it anymore. And I'm pretty sure if they buffed it, there would be a YouTube tune out there. Someone else would have put a YouTube tune out there. Plus, you never see him either. That's the other way you would know. You never use exotics? I don't know. Should I throw a Ferrari together real quick? I could probably do it pretty fast. For the half mile. It does have a good 60. Just for fun. So we know the Lambo is garbage on the half. Not garbage, but it's not going to keep up with the fast cars. The McLaren we know is good. The R8 is not going to get up there on the half. The GT, the Porsche. Should I blow 500K to build this and then have it not I got a lot of money. What do I care? This car is dual turbo. Hopefully I get most of my money back if I get rid of it. I think this is just going to end up being a big waste of time. Okay, so I had no bar, no cage, no chute. We had 35. I think I had 13. No, I didn't have 13. I had bigger diameter wheels on here. Let's see. At 18. 26. By 7. I'm going to build half. I'm just using my quarter setup, my quarter no bar setup. Because it gets a good 60. But it would get a better 60 with bars on it. That's the only thing. I could just, I suppose I could have just converted the other car since I have the tune. I think I had this all the way down. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, the Corvette will run 5.5. Yeah, somebody gave me an 8th tune for it too. That wasn't you, was it? Let's see if this car works. Yeah, it works like my other car. It doesn't get up to speed. Just barely gets off the ground. Okay, so let's this is probably going to be a big waste of time. Try 304. Maybe somewhere around there. Try it like that. See what speed it gets up to. It's probably got to run like 890 or something. Yeah, this car will only get up to 290 or something like that. Yeah, the vat will definitely run 5.5. Yeah, I could probably put bars on this. I could probably shift the weight back. And the thing would 60 better. That's not getting up to 290. It's not getting up to let's see. Let's get rid of this. Okay. So we've got 837.60. Just a little experiment here. Gonna put the super long bars on it. What? Why do the bars only extend that far? They look a little low. This thing doesn't look like you can get the super long bars like the GT and the McLaren. Let's try there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up selling this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be worth it. The car will only do 290. This car's not going to cut it. Even with 35s. Windows 290. Let's see what they'll give us for this. I only get a 150K back on a 300K car. 300K car. What a rip off. And I put 100K into it. 400K. I only get 150 back. That's a Jeep. Let's see, what was this car running? 240. something. Used to run 246. Yeah, see, I remember I went to sell another car and I got something like 300K for it. I don't know why. I don't remember what car it was. I think it was a Porsche. I sold a Porsche that I had, and I got I don't know if it was 300 or 400K or something back on it. I don't know why. Yeah, see, look at this Porsche. I can get 575K back to sell a Porsche. And they cost 300, and I put 146 into it. I don't understand how that works. What they do? Did they nerf the resale on the exotics, but not the Porsche? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna dump this car. I'm happy with this one. Yeah, well, the exotics are good. like like the. I mean, obviously the Lambo is the fastest car in the game in the quarter. So, and then the GT and the McLaren are the best half-mile cars. And then the Porsche is pretty good. Supposedly the Porsche will run 5.4, even though mine already ran 5.4 sometimes before. But somebody put out a tune for it, a 5.4 tune, but I haven't looked at it. I haven't seen any Porsches out here running 5.4s, so I think I may have seen a couple. And then you got the R8. This guy, I think this car will run a 5.4 sometimes. The only slug really is the Ferrari. But it'll run 5.5 and with bars on it. Got 2.5 hours left on the leaderboard. Yeah, sure, I'll run whatever against whatever. I've never really figured out how to get good shifts on this thing, though. It's kind of hard to shift. Yeah, we can run whatever. It don't matter to me. Doesn't matter. If you want to do Pro Tree, this is usually how I run it. Run everything. Quarter heads up, Pro Tree, prep. That's pretty much what I do. Unless I run half. This loud ass car. I think I purged too much nitrous. shifted first gear way too early. Got you on the whole shot. No, I don't really give out my Porsche tunes, any of my import tunes. There's tunes out there though. I think I got better shifts on that one. Yeah, we're getting down there. 52. When are you going to fix some yellow bars? Why does everyone have yellow bars now? What's going on with this game? Yeah, this car, I gotta be patient with that first gear. There we go. We're getting down there. 51. Got 59. I can you want me to race you with my Corvette? See how my Corvette runs? That's like a mid. That's like a mid 5.5, I think. This car looks like it's a little too much for your. Let's see. I'll run you in this. I'll run you in the Monty. I haven't raced this in a while. I think this could be an even matchup. Yeah, pretty much the same way. I don't really care if I win or lose. I'm really more about getting good time, getting good RT, having competitive races. And the lobby is just horrible. You end up racing Z28s all day. Gotta turn my volume up. I think this is like a single bounce launch car. Wow, that was pretty, that was a good race. If he would have got the tree. Not going to say anything about that race. When I saw you go, I just went though. You keep jumping that tree. That would have been a close race. All right. Good races. Try to get rid of them yellow bars. I think you'd be doing a lot better. Yeah, this thing's faster than I thought it was. I don't think they rebuffed it. Yeah, we can race whatever you want. Actually, doesn't look like there's a heck of a lot going on out here in the game. Definitely don't want to race in Key West unless I have to. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many cars you have, but I've got tons of cars. So if you got a certain car you want to race, and ballpark of what it runs, I could probably find a good matchup. Yeah, Reaper's out here. He's always jumping in my races. Yeah, Reaper, if you want to race, just drop codes in the YouTube if you want to race certain cars. Well, I got my. I shouldn't have said that because I messed up 6th gear. I still got the 49 though. That felt like it was going to be a 5-4. I nailed all my shifts. Got that good 60 foot. 5.7 to 5.6. Yeah, I can run you in something after I'm done racing here. I think I have a car that that'll match up with you, that I want to try. Somehow I got the feel back for my shifts. Now Reaper got a 657 60 foot. How did you do that, man? That's pretty crazy. Let's see. This car, I'm gonna try this car. I think this was like a 5.6 car, and it's kind of inconsistent. Let's see what it does. Man, we were like right next to each other on that race. Yeah, okay, yeah, this car is kind of like around a mid to low 5.6s. I probably could have shifted a little better. That was a good race, so. I think I got a better pass on that one. Holy cow, I got a 001. That's crazy. Yeah, Kane, usually I would call a 60 foot in the 650s, I would pretty much call that glitch. Even if I ran it, I would call it glitch, because that's not really, you can't really run that in any cars. Look at my cars. My car is all over the place. That was a wild run. I wonder if that was showing the replay. Look at my car going side to side, like past half track. It was still going side to side. It was still spinning, and just spin a little bit right there. Yeah, this car is pretty much like 564. I know you can put bars on it, and it'll be better. Yeah, I don't know about you guys and your yellow bars and your 650, 60 foots. No, what you guys are doing out there. My car got a little squirrely on the launch on that one. Yeah, see, whenever I get that extra gription like that, I usually get close to a 5.5. All right, good races. I think if I could probably tweak the stiffness in the back, maybe a notch, and that car might get that grip. Yeah, I'd rather sit out here. I'd rather cold race the whole time, if you ask me, instead of going out in the lobby. Had to paint those roll bars real quick. It's pretty dead out here. You want to do the same cars again? You figured out your yellow bars? Yeah, I mean, if it's your connection, there isn't really anything you can do. But if it's your phone, you can usually like tick down a couple graphics settings. Yeah, your car looks smoother now. Look at my car go all over the track. Nope, you still got them yellow bars. That would have been a good race if you would have got a better tree. That's gonna. Yeah, what are you on Wi-Fi or data? I don't know if lowering your graphics will help with a bad connection or not. Now you're going in the other direction. Yeah, see, you're definitely glitching though. With that 760, 160 foot, that's like 100% glitch because of the red bars. That's why you're getting the 558 like that out of, out of the blue when you're running 560s. Guys better stop glitching me out there. I'm gonna report you to Paul. Report you to Paul. He'll definitely do something. Let's see if there's anybody out here in a Lambo. Reaper's out here in his Lambo. Only got a 48 with a shitty tree versus the 551. Oh, we got a fisherman in here. What's going on, Alex? Where can you catch a walleye? My best suggestion would be below any of the dams in the in the white water, the choppy water, with like with a jig. Or even a minnow, a minnow like on a. I don't usually use live bait, but if I was going to use live bait, I would just throw it like without a weight or anything into the fast water. But the problem with that is if you're not like jigging it, you're gonna end up getting hung up in the rocks and stuff. Yeah, but if any of the they knocked down one of the dams on the Fox, unfortunately, so that's going to be different fishing over there. Yeah, though, I mean those two are perfectly fine, except I've noticed that the fishing has gone down all through the years, so there really aren't as many good fish out there anymore. You really gotta find them. You just gotta put in time. But I've definitely fished those two places in the past. And usually you gotta get out in the water so you can find those little pockets and stuff. I haven't really fished the Fox all that much this year. I think I've only been out there a couple times. I haven't really had a chance. But I mean, all of the dams and the areas below the dams have always been good. It just I think it's been fished out a lot through the years. And of course, people are going to take walleyes. Yeah, I know a guy that fishes there a lot. He'll probably help you out. You'll probably see him there. But there's certain areas, certain spots, little slow pockets. Sometimes they're like right up in the super fast water. Depends. This is usually a good time of year too, when it except it's warming up, but when it starts cooling off in the fall. Yeah, that's a nice smallie for the Fox right now. I haven't got one that size in a long time. But I haven't. I used to fish out there a lot, but I haven't really been able to. But I mean, if you're getting smallies, there's no reason the walleyes are going to be right in there with them. It's just a matter of the walleyes are more apt to probably stay down, whereas as the smallies are going to come up and hit it. And everything else like the white bass, they're really aggressive. So you've never gotten a walleye in the Fox? Man, I cannot seem to get a fast pass in this car tonight. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, if you fish with that kind of stuff, I always found it kind of risky of getting caught, getting snagged, and then you end up losing like a $5 or an $8 lure if you can't get out there to get the thing loose. But you can definitely use that in like the deeper, deeper water. But it's pretty risky doing it in the up high in the dams if you're not in the water where you can walk out to it and get it out. But yeah, walleye is definitely going to be like hugging the bottom, and that's why I've had better luck just jigging and then not even I don't even normally I've never even used minnows. I would just use some kind of a jig, with like a minnow type tail, or like a feather jig, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you're waiting, then you should be fine. I think I think I've gotten walleyes on, you know, like crankbaits and jerkbait kind of stuff, but it's kind of difficult to fish with because the water is so shallow. You have to kind of run it faster than you want to, or you end up snagging weeds and rocks and stuff. But I mean, I've pretty much caught anything on just a plain like a crappie jig type thing. I've pretty much caught every kind of fish in the fox, except for like a muskie or a pike. I've probably gotten bitten off by him, but I've never caught one like that. I forgot to purge. Yeah, yeah, that's the other thing. The water is by this time of year the water gets pretty low, so you have to try and find those pockets of deep water, at least deep enough where you can run something through without getting caught. No, this guy looks like he doesn't want to leave the race. He doesn't want to lose his. There he goes. all-wheel drive. Well, I mean, if you're talking about the imports, like the Eclipse or the like Eclipse, Porsche, Evo are all very similar. You need to have a really high, you know, launch. They like launch it really hard, and those cars will top speed is about 241, 242, somewhere in there. The tire size doesn't really matter a heck of a lot with those. It's just kind of finding the right combination for the traction, so you can get the thing to launch to where you're shifting, like you know, like if you saw how I run my car, where it's got those quick first and second shifts. That's usually how my cars do best. I mean, pretty much how the Lambo works. The cars all kind of work. They all kind of work the same. And the suspension doesn't really matter a heck of a lot with the all-wheel drives either. I don't know if you're watching, but that's pretty much how I set up my car, all my cars to shift. You got that high first gear, so those first couple shifts are like instant, instant. Oh, he red lit. That was a pretty bad red light for him. I think I was racing him on the half mile. I don't know how the heck he got that face on his hood. That's a pretty good. It's a pretty good decal. This guy's car's all over the place. I'm not getting very good passes racing this guy. You shouldn't really be get wheel spin on the imports, unless you don't have enough tire. You know, but like I have, you know, I've got imports like this one here. I run 29x9 on with the small wheels. But the car doesn't really need more than, I would say, 10 or 10.5 inch wide tires. Yeah, but like I said, the car really doesn't have suspension like the rear wheel drive cars. They kind of have like a typical suspension setup that you use for the rear wheel drive. Got Reaper out here and his boss. Kind of messed up my first 2 years on that. That's pretty much where all of the older imports are at, though, and even the R8, pretty much similar numbers like this. Sometimes I run a 5.4 if I get like a perfect pass. I messed up my shifts again. That was a 004 race. That was a close one. Yeah, the weight, you just got to move it back, forth, move in one direction. Especially on imports, you kind of, because it's all-wheel drive, you kind of start it somewhere in the middle, move it one way. If it gets shittier, then move it the other way. Only got hour 47 left on the leaderboard. Hey, what's going on, man? Was that you I was racing out there? You practicing playing Pro Tree? Yeah, I actually prefer Pro Tree because it's pretty much you just go on the green. Full tree, you kind of got to time. You time that last light. So you have to time the last light and you have to figure out what kind of delay you need. Or the Pro Tree, you just go, and if you get your, if you get your delay right, then you're good. And I like the Pro Tree better than the Street Tree because you can shallow stage. Your car's going to be faster when you shallow stage. If you use the what do you call it? If you use Pro Stage and you can shallow stage. Yeah, I mean, I imagine that the walleyes have to. They got to be in there, but pretty much every fish in there is gonna be. There's got to be a reason for a fish to be there. Just not in the middle of flowing water. There's got to be bait fish around. So for that, you have to find. That's why they're all up in dams, because the bait fish swim up and then they get stuck, and so the big fish follow, and that's pretty much why they're up there. But there's other obstructions and things like bridges and that where you're going to see, because they want to sit in those spots to ambush the smaller fish. Is pretty much what it is. But you don't have a lot of access to the river either to fish anywhere. You kind of gotta. Some spots are hard to get to. You gotta go through woods and stuff. Oh, you think I'm awesome? Why am I so awesome? SDB Racing. I remember racing this one before. I don't know. I'd be awesome if I could if I could put up a big number in this Lambo and steal a number 2 spot on the leaderboard. I don't think I can get the number 1. Man, that was a pretty fast time, but I didn't get the... I need to get a 00 tree. Yeah, I thought I got a better tree on that one. Got a really good 60, but didn't get the big number. I guess I'll take out some other cars. Yeah, good luck. Good luck out there, Alex. Let me know when we get that walleye. You know, when it cools off, you definitely got a better chance of getting a walleye, though. When that water temperature cools down a bit. All right, I got my number 1 fan here. Gotta turn the volume back up. We both got the 551. I got the tree though. Not too bad. I get an occasional 5.4 in this car. I think I turned up the mile per hour on the top end slightly. I got some lag. My game lagged out. Yeah, see, see that's what you call glitch. You know what happened right there? My computer just finished downloading GPU update because it popped up on the screen and my game lagged out. That's what a lag pass looks like. Too bad I didn't get a tree. I would got up on the leaderboard with that one. I mean, I could get a 44, but with the Lambo, but probably take some work. See, I didn't even get yellow bars on that. Because that was basically just like tree lag, is what I call it. I forgot the tree on that one. I was looking at something in the corner of my eye. Oh, I had the Discord up this whole time. Maybe I should turn that off. Yeah, there's nobody putting up races now. What should we do now? Badass Outlaw. He's got a Z28. I don't want to jump in there for 100K. Oh, he's got an un-American. That was weird because it didn't say. Okay, I guess it only says it when you don't have the right car. That guy, that TDC guy, he's out here racing that 24 by 21 alleyway, and the one that I made, because I saw people running it, the car jacked up and back, so I made one. Pretty fast too. TOC, TDC, what's the other one? TTG and TOC. They're easy to remember. Got the nitrous Daytona. I missed all my shifts. I still got them though. Mr. Clean. I guess they all have the same color, maybe. Let's see if I can get a better pass out of this. If I can hit my gears. I didn't hit my gears. Still got him with the 52. Yeah, see, my tires are showing red, but I don't know if that means that has an effect yet or not. He got a 58 and then he got a 55. We're both getting faster. But this is nowhere near what my car can run. Because I keep missing gears. I almost hit him that time. Got him on a whole shot. Look, he got a 792.60 and I only got an 845. Still haven't gotten a fast pass out of this. It could just be a slow track. I must have got a shitty tree on that one. And my car's running like garbage on that track. Yeah, that's why I think everybody jumps into races, because I think your car runs better. So switch cars. Try the Z28. Sick of being the one putting up races all the time though. I guess I could take out my my wagon and race this guy. Pretty sure that's what he's got. Let's see if this car works. His car looks like it's way higher than mine. You could almost fit another tire in there. Maybe that's the secret. He pretty much got gapped. No, because he didn't tree. It's probably lagging. I don't know when the last time I got a 0.1 tree. This car's bouncing all over the place. I don't want to race that. 550, not too bad. Let's see, did I put up that race? Yeah. Gonna run some half mile. I haven't run this in a while. See if there's anybody out here in the half mile track. Nope, doesn't look like anybody out on the half mile. Or they don't want to race 100K. Let's see how quick his Z28 is. I'll turn down this thing. How the heck did he get out so far on me? Oh, it just looked like it. He's only gone 307 in that though. You see the game corrected. Like right here. Look right at the end. It made that huge correction. But he had a better 60 than I did. But not that much better. Well, he had like a 0.05 and a 60. I didn't see what the trees were. I think the trees were about even. Well, I guess we could probably wrap this thing up pretty soon. Oh, now he's coming back. My car didn't really run right last time though. So how the heck did his car get so far out on me? That was a crazy difference in RTs. Unless I'm just getting tired, getting slow on the tree. He's not pro staging though. I think he staged up a little further. He's really trying to jump that tree. That's why he got that red light. I got a little better tree on that one. Still would have been a close race though if he hadn't red lighted. Kind of like race for 100Ks though. Trying to get my money back from all that money I lost on buying that Ferrari. I'm thinking this will be the last race. Oh, he wants to go again for 100. Double or nothing. See if I get a tree this time. I'm going to pull away from him at the end. Oh, I got a big pass on that one. He got another double O. This car is weird though. If I mess with the delay, I'm gonna end up red lighting. Only have a 20 delay. If I race him in the GT, it would be a more even race probably. Let's see, is this the right one? Let's see if he puts up a race. That was supposed to be the last race, though. Unless I take a couple shots in the Lambo. See if we can get the big number on the Lambo. See if anybody's left out here. Thinking this will be the last race. $30 by $13. That can work. I'm going to change my camera. Can't forget to purge the nitrous. I think I was late on the tree. Yeah, he was real late. I only got a 47. That wasn't really a good race. Bevenator TTG. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Had enough fun for today. So, I'll see you guys next time.